If you've ever had a rash around your mouth, I'm sure you remember it. It's uncomfortable, sometimes itchy or burning, and often embarrassing because it's right there on your face. Many people try over the counter acne products or even prescription creams, but instead of helping, these often make the rash more irritated and persistent. So, why does this rash behave so differently? The answer is that perioral dermatitis isn't just one condition, it can have many different triggers. So, in today's video, we will define what perioral dermatitis is, explore these triggers, and look at both conventional and functional medicine treatment approaches. Welcome back. I'm Dr. Maria Azizian, a board certified general surgeon and an IFM certified functional medicine physician. On this channel, I share health tips on skin health, food and supplements, functional medicine, surgery, and the latest medical research to help you feel your best. And if that sounds good, please like, share with your friends and family, and subscribe. So, what exactly is perioral dermatitis? So, this rash shows up as clusters of small red bumps, sometimes a little scaly or dry, and it tends to gather around the mouth. It can spread toward the nose and occasionally even near the eyes. One important clue is that it usually spares the lip line itself, which helps distinguish it from eczema. And unlike acne, you won't see blackheads or whiteheads. Instead, it often feels like burning, tightness, or irritation. So now let's look at the external triggers. The everyday products you use can sometimes be the hidden culprit. Toothpaste, skincare products, and cosmetics are the three most common triggers. For example, fluoride in toothpaste can irritate the delicate skin around the mouth. Certain heavy moisturizers or thick ointments in skincare routines can clog the skin barrier. And fragrance, makeup, or cosmetic products can add another layer of irritation. So, put together, these everyday items can easily set off perioral dermatitis. Conventionally, we recommend simplifying here. So, switch to fluoride free toothpaste, even for a short time. Stick to a gentle, fragrance free cleanser and lighten up on moisturizers. I've seen patients improve dramatically just by making those simple changes. Now, let's talk about infections. So your skin naturally hosts bacteria and fungi that usually stay in balance. But when that balance tips, the skin can flare. And fungus in particular can be a trigger. A type called malassezia is part of the skin's normal community, but in certain people, it can overgrow and create inflammation. And this fungus tends to thrive in warm, moist areas, just like many fungi, and when it multiplies too much, it can cause redness, irritation, and that stubborn rash around the mouth. And that's why antifungal creams are sometimes used to bring it back into balance and calm the skin. And for people with dentures, this becomes especially important. Dentures can trap moisture, and fungus like Candida thrives there. That overgrowth can spread onto the skin around the mouth, triggering or mimicking perioral dermatitis. So, good denture hygiene and sometimes antifungal rinses are part of the solution here. Bacteria can also play a role. The skin naturally has friendly bacteria that protect the barrier, but when the balance shifts, harmful bacteria can start to overgrow and they release toxins and trigger the immune system, which keeps the skin red, bumpy, and inflamed. So while perioral dermatitis isn't like a classic infection like strep throat or pneumonia, it behaves as if the skin is constantly irritated by bacteria. And that's why conventionally topical antimicrobial treatments are often used first. In more persistent cases, oral antibiotics may be prescribed, and these approaches help reduce the bacterial burden and calm inflammation. Of course, as a functional medicine doctor, I don't like prescribing or relying on oral antibiotics for this issue since they can create even more problems with the gut, such as gut dysbiosis. But more about it at the end of this video. So now let's talk about steroid creams. And this is one of the most common stories I see. Someone develops a rash, tries a steroid cream, and right away the skin looks calmer. But as soon as they stop, the rash rebounds worse than before. They apply more steroid, and it helps briefly and then flares again. And this rebound cycle is classic. The way forward is to stop steroids completely. There is no shortcut here. The skin has to reset on its own. And yes, the rash may flare and look worse at first, but that's part of the healing process. Over time, as the skin barrier recovers naturally, the flare will settle down. And finally, let's think about hormones and stress. The key here is to focus on hormonal health because it's often tied closely with stress. Both the sex hormones and the stress hormone cortisol can influence the skin, and that's why many women notice flares right before their period or during stressful times. Sometimes these flare-ups feel almost unavoidable, but in other cases, supporting stress management can make a real difference by lowering cortisol through better sleep, relaxation, and mindfulness. The skin often becomes less reactive, and in some patients, simply addressing stress physiology is enough to calm what otherwise looks like a stubborn cycle of perioral dermatitis. So, how do we treat perioral dermatitis overall in conventional medicine? So, first, stop steroid creams if they are involved. Simplify skincare and switch toothpaste if needed. Use topical antibiotics and antifungal creams if necessary. Reserve oral antibiotics only for the most stubborn cases. Address stress management since high cortisol often fuels flare-ups. For many people, these steps calm the rash within a few weeks. But if the rash keeps coming back, that's when we look deeper, and that's where functional medicine expands the whole picture. Instead of asking only how to calm the skin, now we ask why the skin is so reactive in the first place. So let's talk about gut health. The gut and the skin are deeply connected. When the gut microbiome is imbalanced, whether from too much fungus, bacterial overgrowth, or even parasites, the immune system gets overstimulated and the skin often shows it first. Stool testing helps uncover those imbalances and checks whether the gut lining is inflamed or leaky gut. Another component here is food sensitivities, that they could be another driver. Gluten, dairy, soy, or eggs are common triggers that keep the immune system on the edge. So removing the right foods can allow the skin to calm down. And I actually wrote a book about that is called The Clear Skin Diet, Unlocking the Secret Link Between Food Sensitivities and Skin Health. The next factor is nutrient status. So nutrient status also matters. If you're low in zinc, vitamin A, vitamin D, or omega-3 fatty acids, your skin doesn't have the building blocks it needs to repair. And correcting those insufficiencies strengthens the skin barrier. And then we circle back to hormones and stress. Detailed testing can show whether estrogen and progesterone are balanced and whether cortisol rhythms are spiking at the wrong times. So supporting hormone balance, improving sleep, and managing stress often reduce flares significantly. So, in functional medicine consultation, the process is very personalized. We take a detailed history. We use testing to uncover hidden imbalances, and we create a plan that may include dietary changes, gut healing strategies, probiotics, nutrients, and lifestyle practices that support stress resilience. The goal isn't just to put out the fire today, it is to prevent the rash from returning again and again. If you are struggling with chronic skin issues, that's exactly what we do at Mindful Medical Functional Clinic. We look at skin conditions through the lens of functional medicine, especially the stubborn chronic ones that don't get better with conventional treatments alone. We take time for an in-depth consultations and advanced testing, and that includes gut microbiome testing, sometimes food sensitivity panels, hormone evaluation, or mold and environmental toxin testing, if applicable. All of these help uncover the hidden root causes behind persistent skin issues. If you're interested, you'll find a link in the description where you can visit our clinic website and schedule your free 15-minute discovery call with me. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm looking forward to reading your comments. Until next time, bye-bye.